The Shadow Cave. In a forgotten valley, nestled between jagged cliffs, there was a cave where a small group of people had lived their entire lives. They were chained to the cold stone floor, their heads fixed to face a blank wall. Behind them, a fire burned dimly, casting flickering shadows of objects, pots, tools, figures, carried by unseen hands. These shadows danced across the wall, the only reality the cave dwellers knew. They named the shapes, argued over their meanings, and built their lives around the fleeting images, never questioning what lay beyond. Among them was a young woman named Lira. Unlike the others, Lira's heart stirred with unease. The shadows seemed too flat, too predictable. One night, as the fire crackled and the others slept, Lira's curiosity overcame her fear. With trembling hands, she broke free from her chains, the metal clanging softly in the dark. She crept toward the fire, her eyes squinting at its unfamiliar brightness. Beyond it, she saw a narrow passage leading upward where a faint light glowed. The climb was grueling. The rocks scraped her hands, and the light grew so intense it burned her eyes. At last, she emerged into a world she could scarcely comprehend. A vast expanse of rolling hills, vibrant flowers, and a sun that bathed everything in golden warmth. The colors were alive, not mere shadows, but real, solid things. She touched a tree, felt its rough bark, and wept at the beauty of it all. Lira spent days exploring this new world, learning its truths. The sun, she realized, was the source of life, illuminating everything in its true form. The shadows in the cave were mere echoes, distortions of reality shaped by the fire's weak light. Overwhelmed with wonder, she knew she had to return to the cave to share what she'd found. When Lira descended, the cave felt darker and colder than before. Her people were still chained, still mesmerized by the wall's shadows. "Come with me," she pleaded. "There's a world outside, real, beautiful, full of light." But they scoffed, clinging to their familiar shadows. "The wall is all there is," they said. "You're mad to speak of such things." Some grew angry, threatened by her words, for the shadows were their comfort, their truth. Lira tried to explain the sun, the trees, the reality beyond, but her words fell flat. One old man, his eyes soft with pity, whispered, "Why leave what we know? The shadows are enough." Heartbroken but undeterred, Lira stayed, teaching patiently. She described the sun's warmth, drew pictures in the dirt, and sang of the world above. Slowly, a few began to listen. A young boy, then an elder, dared to question the shadows. One by one, they broke their chains and followed Lira upward. The journey was hard, and not all could bear the sun's brilliance at first. But those who persisted stood beside Lira, gazing at the world in awe. They returned to the cave, not to force others out, but to guide those ready to seek the light. And so the cave grew quieter, its shadows less powerful, as more hearts turned toward the truth beyond the wall. In our life, like Lira, we are often bound by the shadows of our perceptions, mistaking them for reality. True wisdom comes from questioning what we see, seeking the light of truth, and helping others find it, even when they resist. The journey to enlightenment is difficult but worth every step.